Start today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com. Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking top models from Can-Am, Kawasaki, Honda, Polaris, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Indian Motorcycle, Sea-Doo, and Triton trailers. Score big on our massive selection of Can-Am side-by-sides with rebates up to $3,000 on select in-stock models. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location. They can't wait to get you set up for football season.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it's time for a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options in warranty, features, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111, or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
We strive to help people get into home ownership. That is the American dream. Having something that you can go home at night and say, this is mine, is very important. The great thing about Remington Homes is affordability.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about their exciting new division, Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
The exciting thing about a Remington home is you get to choose your floor plan from predetermined floor plans. We give you a lot of choices, and you couple that with our great lot selection in all different areas. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome to it. It is Old School 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Austin Orman here. Jay Foreman handling some Husker business, which means back in the saddle again, the boss man, DP. Welcome back, sir. How are you?
Buckle up. Buckle up. It's been a minute.
How was your time away?
My time away was it was family in several different factions. To go see, to help take care of my sister and my daughter, to see my grandson, and then to hang out with the paternal side of my family, which is, for folks who know the story, that's a new-ish sort of relationship. And there was a birthday party, and all of my brothers from that side, from my father's side, were there. Nieces, nephews, cousins, led by the way. I mean, just to tell you how fantastic this is before we get into the particulars, that imagine finding out that, you finally find out who your father is, and then you find out that he had a family, right? But then that the matriarch of that family was still alive when her children found out they had a sibling. And it could have gone horribly wrong, right? But this angel of a woman absolutely opened her arms to me and welcomed me in. She literally said, "Welcome home, babe." And then Saturday, she's now 91 years old.
Woo!
And she led that side of my family are very spiritual, church-based folks. These are all gospel singers and the like. And she got up and sang, led 2 hymns. And I mean to tell you, she sang. S-A-N-G, she sang. 91 years old. An exceptional room. So heart fulfilled in that way. It appears I'll be spending some more time back there just to go back and forth to make sure everything's okay. Spend time with folks. And then I watched 2 horrible performances by the Commanders and the Colts. So those were not pretty performances by either of our NFL teams.
No.
But at least the Huskers didn't take a loss. So.
Indeed, they did not. The Husker volleyball took care of business, as they do. And we will get into the NFL aspect of things coming up in hour number 3 of the show. Lots to get to from a busy NFL weekend. You guys are also wanting to know the next Cash Blitz keyword. That's right. We're back with another week of words. So get ready. Text the upcoming word to 508-777-1000, or you can head to theticketfm.com and click on Cash Blitz to enter this upcoming keyword. The keyword for today is cost. C-O-S-T. As in A.D. Mitchell cost the Colts the game. C-O-S-T. Again.
Did you send the message?
I probably should. 508-777-1000 is the word cost. C-O-S-T. Your chance to win $1,000. They'll be given away tomorrow around noon. 402-464-5685. You want to be a part of the show, what we're doing here. Cubsker. Yes, all does seem to be well. It's another week. It's another game week here in Lincoln. Hope you had a good weekend as always. Plenty to get to in football, DP, but I do want to talk some baseball.
Let's get it.
Playoffs are set. But before we even get into that, I got to bring this your way. Cubs-Cardinals, final regular season series, really nothing on the line for both teams. Cubs were locked into the 4-5 matchup against the Padres. Cardinals had already been eliminated from playoff contention. Cubs player Michael Busch is having himself a day. Homer, triple, and a double when he comes to bat in the 8th inning. The only thing I didn't mention there is a single. Michael Busch is a single away from the cycle in a game that the Cubs lead 7-3 in the 8th inning. And the Cardinals decide to intentionally walk him. And now, of course, in baseball, it's not like you throw the 4 pitches. So if you leave one over the plate on accident, the guy can swing and accidentally hit a single. No. The Cardinals said, you are not getting a cycle on us, not on the last day of the regular season, not even going to give you a shot at it. And that to me is a little bush league, but entirely what rivalries are all about.
Yeah, there's a thing that Sonny Jurgensen used to say it about always, no matter what the situation or circumstance, play the game.
Mhm.
And that crosses every boundary and every border, right? Simply play the game. And the thing about baseball is that you can't just run out the clock. You have to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Football, no matter what situation, circumstance, still play the game. And you can, there are ways to play the game and still be respectful
and responsible and give yourself the best chance to win.
But play the game. And I understand the rivalry aspect of it. And if that's who you are, quite frankly, you deserve everything that comes to you. Follow it, right? If that's who you are, if you make that decision, you are inviting the baseball gods into your world in a negative way.
Unless, of course, you're the Cardinals and you think you're this big upstanding franchise and you're God's gift to the state of Missouri and beyond. And you said, you know what? Baseball gods weren't on our side already this year. So just for one last laugh, we're going to do this, laugh in their face, and we'll be back next year. Either way, extremely arrogant.
I cannot wait until next year. Right. That's the thing, right? That you have to be careful about that sort of thing. The same thing, but yeah, like I said, for me, it falls in line with the beaning of players, and there are things you can call it. There's several different things you can call it. You can call it bush league, you can call it petty, you can call it, but none of it's professional. None of it's professional.
I agree.
Right. So, and I understand the statement, but the real thing, I don't know. If I'm trying to if my foundation is built on playing the game the right way, I get them out.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
How about doing what your paid professionals, best in the world, do, which is get people out.
Just throw unhittable strikes.
Just I don't know.
Locate a fastball.
I don't know. It just seems to me like we get too petty because of the rivalry and all that nonsense. But it's the same thing with play the game, man. Just you have the honor of playing the game. You have the privilege of playing the game. There are 99% of the human population that would love the opportunity to play that game in that situation and circumstance.
I mean, even 99% of just the baseball playing population, let alone 99 repeating percent of the world's population.
Well, you didn't have a rookie on the bench, somebody up from the minors who could use that one rep, right?
Could have thrown a batter.
Right. Go out there. And you know what? It might have been your first. It might have been your last. It might have been, right? Because there's somebody on the bullpen who this is their last game with them, right? There's somebody who it's one of their first games with them. Maybe you put them in a situation to see. Maybe this kid has marbles and he gets out there and he throws 3 dots and away you go, right? You could celebrate. You could literally leave on celebrating that, right? Even in a loss, you can celebrate the fact that, you know what? Attaboy. There's no attaboy in that.
No.
There's no attaboy in it. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want to get on the pedestal, but good heavens, man, I get on the soapbox, but geez. Like, what would you, if it's you, don't you charge the mound?
I don't know what I would do.
I would swing and throw the bat. I wouldn't, but I would certainly understand if they did. Like too much. We do too much. Just play the game.
Bach and I were having this conversation last week, and I think it was Tommy who said, Austin strikes me as the quiet guy that you don't necessarily want to mess with. So I think Tommy thinks I would charge the mound. I would like to think I could just shrug it off, but if you're the Cubs, what's the professional response? Just point up to the scoreboard, point up to the little X by your name and the E by their name in the newspaper because you're in the playoffs and they're not.
Yeah, it's all of that, right? That you won the season, you won the series because you get to keep playing. You've had a better year than everybody on that team, so just keep it moving. But we don't do that. We don't teach that. We don't coach that. If we saw it in Little League, we would really, coach, bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh. really, man, that's what we're doing. So that's where I stand with it. It seemed like a bit much.
Phil says, as a Cubs fan, I don't really care that they walked because the Cubs swept them in a series in a game that didn't even matter. So peep the scoreboard, clowns. I just don't need to hear about how St. Louis is a class organization when they're as petty and low rent as anyone else. Every franchise has its highs. Every franchise has its lows. It's how you handle them. It's really how you handle them.
I'm not sure that everybody would do that, though. Right? They may do other things, right? They may take an extra pill, a caffeine pill. They may put a little extra strength pine tar on the rag. There may be a little rosin behind the ear. I'm not sure. I just think that I understand chasing the advantage, but still play the game. Play the game. There's nothing. Listen, if you play the game honorably and it doesn't go your way, there's honor in playing it honorably. There's no honor in no matter if you're winning or not, you're just being a jerk.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole reason. Like, we would ask that thing in actors class. What's my motivation? What am I being moved by? Pettiness, Steve. Pettiness is what's moving you. Calm down and play the game.
So I don't think we've had this conversation in terms of unwritten rules of baseball. Are you a fan of the unwritten rules of sports? Do you think we need to actually legitimately codify these? And the one that comes to mind for me first and foremost, are you team bunting to break up a no-hitter is okay, or you're getting the next one eyeball high?
I'm just going to say it again. Play the game. Play the game. If your statement is we bunt, that's who we are. We're the Boston Bunters. This is what we do, right? This is what we do. You're going to get about 21 of them in the course of a game. And I've had teams where that was like we would bunt in a variety of situations, but it was an attack. It wasn't passive aggressive. Please don't hit me. Please don't perfect game me. So the bunt, play the game. If you can bunt and get a base hit, bunt and get a base hit. Like you're doing the thing. You're there to get on base. Get on base. Now, there's more honor in swinging the bat, right? We've set that thing in play, but you don't devalue Ricky Henderson's bunt base hits
based on when it happens.
No,
game situation.
Yeah. I mean, in some cases that's a triple. Like that's a triple. Hey, Ricky gonna bunt and be on third.
And Ricky's gonna tell you about Ricky being on third.
Ricky gonna tell you. Ricky gonna bunt. He'll tell the catcher. Ricky gonna bunt, and then Ricky gonna be on third. And that, like, but I as long as it is playing the game forward and in full, just don't devalue the game. Any value of the game that you can devalue, don't do that. Like whatever that thing is. And look, baseball has a bunch of unwritten rules. As the conversations have been, it's silly, right? They tell you don't steal bases, 3-0. What, your catcher can't throw? Does your pitcher not know I'm over here?
Say less. I'm gone.
Ricky gonna steal 3-0. I mean, if you're up 9, do you steal? No, because in playing the game, you're allowing people to just compete in their thing, right? If you've got an advantage and you're in full, then it becomes let that batter work on what they're working on. Let that pitcher work on what they're on. Now,
I'm not team steal if you're up big, but I am still big on take the extra base. Like I'm still going first to third on a single or scoring from second on a single.
I tend as a coach, I would go station to station. That's why we know what it means. Like we know what it means. But
my team's working on base running, so I got to be aggressive. And take the extra base.
Well, here's the thing: that if you set it that you're giving the next player, usually somebody who doesn't get that many at bats, if they're in on a blowout and you're at the point where you're going station to station, this may be the 12th at bat or the 20th at bat for that player. So why would you take that? Why would you? That's not necessary. It's just not necessary because, people fall and You get thrown out and never get thrown out at third, right?
There's a fantastic name for that. Toot Bland.
Yeah, like,
thrown out at third base like a nincompoop. Underutilized word, by the way.
Yeah, right. Like, I think most of the rules of baseball, and I understand. I used to think I was a baseball traditionalist. I used to think I was a by the book, but then I coached too many coaches in Virginia and Texas who claimed that in a way that left me oogie, feeling oogie.
Left you wanting to call them nincompoops, maybe?
Like, it was like you made faces at some of the things that were said. So then you go, okay, then I become, I forget who the dad was in Bad News Bears, but became let them play guy, right? Like, let them play the game, dude.
Team, it ain't that deep after all.
Right. Like, come on, man. Let the kids play. And so I think level matters.
Mm-hmm.
I think the level of this on the professional level, you have to honor your brand and the game. Protect the brand.
Mm-hmm.
Protect the logo. NFL tells you protect the logo at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
NBA will tell you protect the logo at all costs. Major League Baseball, whatever the logo is, protected at all costs.
Scott in Minnesota, Starter Heyman Jewelers text line. Why does one grown man have to hit another grown man with the small round ball to settle a dispute? I find that to be silliness.
Preach. Tabernacle. Church, tabernacle. Scott, Minnesota. Yes, sir. Listen, I never understood. I never understood. As a coach, I've never asked a player to throw a baseball at another player. Play the game. Get them out. Like, if you anger me, I need to get you out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Work on the thing that you're gonna work on. Right?
And don't give up a free base.
Well, I mean, at what point is you're saying, okay, it wasn't that important after all?
Mm-hmm.
The thing that got you upset wasn't that important after all, because you're immediately going to do a thing that you train hour upon hour upon hour, pitch after pitch, to not put the runner on base. And so then you decide, hey, freebie, because I'm a child.
Because I'm upset.
Yeah, I'm
mad.
going to throw a tantrum and do that. But I'm the same way, and it upsets people. I'm that way at hockey games. I don't think the gloves need to drop.
That's just hockey's just so different though, because that's just in the culture of the sport that it's just not going away. There's just something about hockey that makes people want to drop their gloves, or even if they don't want to fight, it just feels like, yeah, I guess we got to do this now.
But if I said that about the NBA, folks would not certainly be as accepting.
Right.
Hey, it's in the culture.
Well, maybe it's the Eastern European of it all. I don't know.
It's in the culture that, hey, man, we just throw. Hey, let's have malice in all the palaces. Let's just, you know why? Because you need to settle this. Play the game. The game will tell you whether you're right or wrong. The game will tell you whether you need to get better or not. I don't understand it.
Well, then what about the actual fisticuffs in baseball?
No,
like the Nolan Ryan, Robin Ventura.
Why?
I agree with you. I don't think it's necessary. We've also had some iconic moments, though.
They're opponents and competitors. They are not villains and heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. First of all, when is it a good idea to charge Nolan Ryan, who could throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball at your bean?
Hasn't happened yet.
Right. Like, oh, this dude was out back with cattle, and you want to run towards him, Robin? Robin,
don't venture over there.
Robin, no. Like, Don Zimmer, run, man. Run, dude. Just no. That's not for you.
It's not for you, but we have had some iconic just pictures in baseball over the last 10 years. I think about Rougned Odor and Jose Bautista. The spring after Joey Bats does the bat flip, and then he slides into second base, Odor takes offense. I think about Jose Ramirez ending Tim Anderson's career. He was never the same after that. And I think about Amir Garrett just wanting to fight all the Pirates. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's funny.
You just made the point that somebody's livelihood was ended because you didn't like the way the game was being played.
Well, it's just because Tim Anderson got bad. He didn't get hurt.
Well, but I mean, we've had the body slams. We've had pitchers go sprinting to center field to avoid, and quite frankly, I think it it balances the game. That if you only have your skill set, they always tell you in the UFC, control your weapons.
Mhm.
Control your weapons, right? Don't throw the elbow if it's not appropriate. Don't throw the knee if it's not appropriate. If somebody's down, don't control your weapons. There's no my bad in the UFC. You control your weapons. You are responsible for your weapons. If you're a pitcher, if you're a professional pitcher, paid millions of dollars often to throw a baseball, you have control. You better. Or somebody made a really bad, there's a liability within the league that says you put somebody out there with a weapon who couldn't control it. I'm going to sue for free hot dogs for an eternity, man. Like, what are you doing? And as a batter, you control your weapon. You know what? I don't like where you threw that fastball. The next hittable fastball, I have a job to do, and I should be trained to do so. Right? That's the thing. I've been around baseball at every level, and never once have I been at practice where we practice charging them out.
But they do that in hockey to bring this full circle.
But here's the thing, it is absolutely it is the one thing. Yeah, it's the one thing that I would say that I would change about hockey. But I know the hockey purists will say, "Well, I love the fights." Same thing about NASCAR. I love the wrecks. No.
That's pretty dangerous, people.
No, that's kind of the opposite of being the best driver in the world is
crashing.
Crashing and killing the race, right? Game's over. Race is over.
This guy got mad.
Johnny,
cut someone off.
Johnny hit Timmy. Race is over. Everybody go home. No.
See you next week in Kansas.
Right, like I don't understand. I'm simple. Like I will take full ownership of, man, grow up, DP. Yep. Grow up, because I need for professionals, highly paid, highly trained professionals to play the game better than anybody else. Right? And quite frankly, you asked the question, we would ask the question to players. If your little brother saw you, would you be proud of it? Would you be proud of it? Like if my son saw you and you know how I am, would you be proud of your actions on this baseball field, basketball field, football field, whatever it is? If your behavior isn't good, and I would say it for parties afterwards. It's Friday night high school football. Hey, man, don't do nothing in the post-game celebration that you wouldn't do if Coach was standing there. Because one of these nights I will be. And and you know how that's gonna go.
Not as well as if I'm not.
Yeah, amen. Amen.
Ben says, settle the dispute like Albert Bell. I also remember Derek Lee versus AJ Pierzynski and Kyle Farnsworth meeting that one dude from the Reds. The other one kind of crosses paths into your world, DP. Hunter Strickland versus Bryce Harper. And Bryce got lucky that helmet went sideways. Otherwise, oof.
Here's the thing. I never Bryce, sir. You're baseball's matinee idol. You're the boy toy.
Yeah.
Like if there was a boy band in Major League Baseball, it would start with Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
In every faction, it would start with Bryce freaking Harper. Right? So you've got the hot wife and you've got more money than you can count, and you hit bombs. And you could pitch. You could be a starting pitcher if you so desired. Like I keep waiting for that announcement that Bryce Harper has gone full Ohtani, and he's going to get out there and throw beads at people just because. Why are you fighting? You're not a fighter, bro. You're not a fighter.
You don't have to pretend to be about that life. Just hit a homer next time, Bryce. It's okay.
Like that's the move. Hit a moon ball. Hit a ball off the facade, pull a natural, and break the lights with the next fastball. There's nothing sound or solid about Bryce Harper charging another baseball player.
No.
It's just not. That's just me.
We'll go to break. When we get back, let's take a look at the playoff picture. Who's in, who missed out, and more in the MLB playoffs when we get back to Old School.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
We strive to help people get into home ownership. That is the American dream. Having something that you can go home at night and say, this is mine, is very important. The great thing about Remington Homes is affordability.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about their exciting new division, Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
The exciting thing about a Remington home is you get to choose your floor plan from predetermined floor plans. We give you a lot of choices, and you couple that with our great lot selection in all different areas. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze. It'll be warm with an afternoon high near 88. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies and light winds. Below around 60. And tomorrow we'll see mostly cloudy skies throughout the day. It'll be breezy with an afternoon high near 81. I'm meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking top models from Can-Am, Kawasaki, Honda, Polaris, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Indian Motorcycle, Sea-Doo, and Triton trailers. Score big on our massive selection of Can-Am side-by-sides with rebates up to $3,000 on select in-stock models. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location. They can't wait to get you set up for football season.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Gana Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gana Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gana Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GanaTrucking.com.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it's time for a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options. Options in warranty, features, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111, or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Back to old school with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rolling right along on Old School. Austin Norman, Derek Pearson with you. Be with you till 6. This is Old School, brought to you by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Special ingredients and butcher shop with 3 Lincoln locations and 1 in Omaha. Saw the old CP Mercado truck rolling through the streets of downtown Lincoln earlier today. They got their website plastered right on the side of the vehicles, themercadobutcher.com. Check out the selection. Get ready for Fired Up Thursday and Friday. All there, themercadobutcher.com.
We need somebody to make a run for us.
We ain't hard to find. They ain't hard to find.
Right?
We ain't
need
hard
somebody
to
to
find.
make a run, man. Make a run.
Please and
do
thank
the
you.
right thing.
You know who won't be making a run in the postseason, DP?
So tall.
The most expensive roster in baseball history. The New York Mets own baseball's best record at 45-24, and the collapse is complete. They will miss the playoffs. Is that better or worse than the Cleveland Tigers blowing a divisional era record 15.5 game lead in the division in July to lose out on the division to the Cleveland Guardians?
So collapses go so deep into the psychology of sports. And we never talk about collapses in football. We never talk. I can't name a collapse in basketball. I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody that led,
a 2-game lead with 5 games to go.
But that's really not profound, right? That's a bad losing streak.
Sure.
Right? Football, if you have the lead and then I remember Washington started, I want to say they started 7-0 and they finished like 8-8, which set that down on fire. But yeah, that's a collapse to go from undefeated to not making the playoffs. Not making the playoffs. But I don't know that any other sport has a collapse like baseball.
Right.
Like that time expanding where there's weeks of just self-torture.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And anything you try doesn't get you out of the depths.
It is quicksand. It's quicksand.
Mm-hmm.
The harder you fight to get out, the deeper it's going to pull you under.
But if you don't fight, you're still going under.
You're still going under, right? If you do nothing, you're going under. If you do everything, you're going under. There's hope for a rail underground. Like find that, it's like Blazing Saddles. Put your foot on a rail. Find a rail, bro. But I don't know. The Mets. I'm more upset that the Mets took away a Mets-Dodgers wild card. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. There was zero part of me. Well, there's only 2% of me. 2% of me remembers the Big Red Machine versus the Dodger Grids.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember the Pete Rose, Joe Morgan, Tony Perez, Johnny Bench versus Steve Garvey, Ron Say, Reds, Dodgers. This ain't it. This ain't it. This is not it. So we're going to be forced to watch. We know 2 players on the Reds, I think.
Ellie De La Cruz, Hunter Green.
Yeah, and then it's a reach.
Brady Singer, he just got traded there.
Right, but it's like it's a reach, right? Like I don't even know what their 1 through 8 is, right? But for the Guardians and Tigers, they battled each other so often.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God they did for the Tigers, because otherwise the Guardians would have ran away with it. They just would have left them. Didn't the Tigers win like 5 of the last 6 against them?
Cleveland pulled it off in the end because they won that head-to-head series before.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how.
It's just funny to see one of those reversals in baseball too, because last year the Tigers were the talk. They had the lava hot August and September to reach the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then they got one up by Cleveland, Devil Magic, WD-40, some duct tape, and Jose Ramirez being a top 5 player in the AL.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say they're playing a Royals World Series replay. Any Royals replay of them winning.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Guardians Tigers live. What are you watching?
Oh, Royals replay. Always.
Right?
Oh, always.
Right. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I am grateful for the fact that they scheduled the games as they did. Because, listen, if you're Cleveland or Detroit and they just tell you, you're the matinee.
You understand, right? You get it.
You're the matinee. you're the prelim card for a major league wild card. That's crazy. That's crazy and then mind you, for all of that, it's still better than Cubs Padres. Listen to me. Again, I'll give you a what for. If you took this live wild card series and put it directly opposed to the 1984 NL Championship Series between the Padres and Cubs with Steve Garvey and Tony Gwynn and Ryan Sandberg, I'm watching the replays. Every single replay. I'm watching every single one. I need to see the San Diego Chicken. I need to see Goose Gossage. I need to see young Jerry Curl Lee Smith. I am way more connected. Give me Bull Durham. Give me Leon Bull Durham. I will take all of it over. And I love watching the Padres finesse. Like Nando is finesse. I love watching the Padres, but
so let's just go through these series just kind of by the storyline.
Yes.
Cubs battled Milwaukee till the end. Brewers clinched a little early. Kyle Tucker's got free agency on the horizon after being out, after being injured, after being ineffective. Huge postseason for his free agency dollars. AJ Preller for the Padres continues to go all in. Has not yet paid it off with even a World Series appearance, let alone a World Series win. The Dodgers just got done with a historic month of September, the lowest batting average against in any single month of September in baseball history, but their bullpen's bad. Their offense is insane, as always. And then the Reds, DP, I got this from OptaStats on Twitter. The Cincinnati Reds are the first team in Major League Baseball history to have no qualifying batter hit with a 270 batting average or better, no batter hit 25 home runs, no pitcher win 15 games, and no pitcher notch 200 strikeouts in a non-shortened season and still make the playoffs.
Oh, good heavens.
And they beat the Mets to the playoffs because of how agonizingly bad the Mets were for 3.5 months. The Mets had the same record or a worse record than the White Sox.
Like,
from July on.
At least it wasn't the Rockies. Like, they weren't Rockies bad.
Oh, the Rockies have the worst run differential in baseball history for a team that's played since 1900 on. The Rockies won 43 games and got outscored by 424 runs this year.
Can I ask the question then? Is the game better or worse than it was 10 years ago?
Oh, man. That's a loaded question.
That's
a loaded question.
Text line, is the game better now than in 2015?
I have to say no, because 2015 was an incredible year for you, boy.
2016.
Slightly less incredible year for your boy. But these things happen.
Right. The last 10 years, the evolution of the game, right? Because somebody asked me this in DC about college football. And they asked me was it better 10 years ago? And I'm like, I don't know, because I saw the full movie 10 years ago. I don't know how this one ends. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know how it ends. I know how 2015 ended.
There's some things that you can say are objectively better or worse, but I think some of it's in the eye of the beholder. And that's so much of the conversation, whether you talk about baseball, basketball, football at any level. Some of it, it is better and or worse, but some of it's different. And it's still shifting, right? There have been periods of calm in sports where you know what you're getting, you know what you can depend on. We're in a really turbulent period of sports right now. There's just so much change going on across sports at every level that some changes are good, some are bad. It's a full mixed bag.
Doesn't it appear that there's nobody in charge of any sport at any level?
Not just sports.
There's nobody in charge. There are no grown-ups in the room. It is literally it is like a cash machine. Grab what you can, use what you can, and get on out of there. Like what I would like, right, is some consistency. We're never the idea. We're never going to have Tony Gwynn stay in an organ. Ryan Sandberg. We're not going to have those things anymore.
We got Salvi Perez.
We're not going to. I mean, but here's the thing. Even as a Royals fan, don't you kind of want Salvi to go somewhere where he can do some work?
Oh, he did work. He did some work.
Okay.
But what we need for Salvi is for him to say, you know what? I'm better playing 4 days a week than 7. I'm going to be like 35.
Do that for your boy.
That's what I'm saying.
Why wouldn't you? That's why you leave.
Well, no. You do it because Salvi has made his entire thing playing every day. I mean, they've attempted to broach this conversation with him before and not gone anywhere. This is the offseason. They got to say, Salvi, this is how we make you better for longer. It's not you playing every day. It's you being available if we need you, but work with us. Start the transition to the future. They did almost trade him in 2023.
Like I just it's watching it's Manny Machado and just watching and going, I understand. I understand because he could have been. Think about it. He was never going to be Cal Ripken.
No, never going to be Brooks.
He was never going to be Brooks Robinson. And to go to a place now, mind you, he went to a place where there's a high standard in Craig Nettles.
Mm-hmm.
They had another third baseman, kind of an anchor guy, who was good, but Manny could be the GOAT in that organization.
Mm-hmm.
So I understood it. Pujols leaving the Angels. Yeah, I mean going to the Angels.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like to think that Skeens is literally on a rolling escalator towards his departure from Pittsburgh. No matter what happens, that young man will not spend his entire career
in Pittsburgh.
There's no chance. There's no chance. I love the fact that Mike Trout stayed, but I also am sad. I'm sad because we don't know what World Series Mike Trout looks like. We'd like to know.
Do you know how many games Mike Trout has played in the postseason in his life?
It's like 3.
It is 3.
3.
Do you know who those 3 games came against?
Yankees?
It was not the Yankees. It was in 2014. The number 1 seed Angels got swept out of the playoffs in 3 games by the 2014 Royals.
I just think it's that thing, right? Yeah, Alex Gordon falls in line. I just think that we're missing some of the texture and fiber of sports because we don't have. I mean, come on, we would like the idea. You ready for this? I'm really gonna put salt in people's soup, right? I'm gonna put salt in people's Kool-Aid.
Better than other things we've put in their soup and Kool-Aid recently on Old School, so we'll settle for salt.
Yeah, you are correct. But wouldn't it be wonderful to dream of an era where Dylan Raiola played 4 years at the University of Nebraska? Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be grand? And we can't even dream of it.
Ooh.
Isn't that just remarkable?
It's wild. It's wild. Right. Also wild, the fact that we went 2 whole segments without mentioning we get Yankees Red Sox in the first round as well in the 4-5.
Oh, we'll get to it.
It's incredible. We got one more segment for hour 1, then plenty of football on tap for hours 2 and 3. This is Old School East DP. I'm Austin on the ticket.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's time for Bonzal Pool and Spa's Truckload event. From September 23rd through the 27th, stop by Bonzal Pool and Spa at 3201 Pioneers Boulevard to see an actual truck full of hot tubs with special prices. You'll save up to $3,000 on all hot tubs and swim spas, as well as $1,500 on all saunas and cold plunges. Use Nebraska football's bye week well by stopping in on September 27th for refreshments and giveaways. That's Bonsall Pool and Spa at 3201 Pioneers Boulevard in Lincoln.
Are your feet just killing you and you feel like all hope is lost? Say goodbye to discomfort and hello to pain relief at Brown's Shoe Fit. They offer expert advice along with high-quality products to help you find the right solution tailored to your specific needs. Need a different width? Not a problem. Brown's carries a wide range of widths in store. Brown's Shoe Fit on 66th and Q in Lincoln.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Advanced Medical Imaging is hosting their third annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk on October 11th at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. Hear inspiring stories from survivors, enjoy local food truck vendors, a live DJ, and other family-friendly activities as we unite to bring awareness about breast cancer. Check-in begins at 8:30 a.m. with the walk starting at 9. Register your team today for Advanced Medical Imaging's third annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk online at amimaging.com. Let's walk for those we've lost, for those still fighting, and for a future without breast cancer.
Seems like just the other day, I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, we hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think it's great to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done over the years.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
Hi, I'm Sarai, your personal banker here at Midwest Bank. I'm proud to serve our community in English and in Espanol because everyone deserves a banker who understands them. This Hispanic Heritage Month, we're celebrating the traditions, values, and dreams that make our community strong. Whether you're opening your first account, planning for the future, or growing your business, estoy aquí para ayudarle a alcanzar sus metas. I'm here to help you reach your goals. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Back to old school with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're wrapping up hour one of Old School. Lost Norman DP with you. Everybody's favorite question is, what's for dinner? The easy answer is Grotto Bar and Lounge, located in the Clock Tower Shopping Center at 70th and A. Grotto Bar and Lounge features a menu full of delicious options ranging from unique menu items like the peanut butter burger or their wizard pastrami sandwich to your more traditional items like a mushroom burger or French dip. They also have daily specials and incredible drink options. Visit Grotto Bar and Lounge today at 70th and A. Here's your chance to win $50 to Grotto. Highly recommend. Go there with my family about once a month. Really appreciate the kind folks down there. Even have brunch. Yeah, Bar and Lounge serving up brunch right before the NFL games start kicking off. Here's the trivia question for you. How many home runs did Shohei Ohtani hit in the regular season? How many home runs did Shohei Ohtani?
I had to catch myself. I almost like yelled it.
Thank you for not yelling.
I deal with Hosta Breezy far too often, and we literally had this conversation this week.
Again, we were testing to see if people are listening. So, texter number 5 with the right answer will win the $50 to Grot. I do want to jump off on this real quick, DP. You brought up the Mike Trout thing. If the Royals wanted to trade for him, would not be opposed to trading for him and sticking him in a corner. But John and Cortland brought up the Roberto Clemente plane accident. And just there's so many people in baseball, in every sport really, that didn't get a ring. And it's the one team, guys, that you really end up feeling the worst for, right? Obviously, Clemente and everything that happened, even earlier this year with Pittsburgh putting the Seltzer advertisement over his number 21 patch out there in right field. Just a horribly run organization. But Mike Trout passes 400 home runs not that long ago. Man, that's a guy that I thought was on track to be a top 3 center fielder of all time. Still might get there by the end of his career, but it's going to be tough without a ring and just with how much time he's missed due to injuries.
I don't think his Hall of Fame career is going to take a hit because
it's still a Hall of Famer, but he's from Hall of Famer to inner circle.
Well, being in that conversation of the best center fielders, the difference between Mays, Mantle, Griffey, and then, right? Yeah. And he's in the and then great, but not the best. Even though, he put up numbers. I'm a fan of his because of the way he played. He changed his body. He's a bit of a tank now. And I think that has something to do with the wear and tear on his body. But there are players who fall into that space of you just did too much with your body. We were just talking about it. Take some days off, bro. You don't have to be Superman every day, but he literally had to be Superman every day for that franchise. Like the Angels didn't do that for him.
Right.
They tried late in the game to go and get Rendon and Pujols and company. And
Anthony is Rendon with baseball right now.
Yeah, I can tell you with Washington, he was one of my favorite players just because he didn't care.
Oh, and kind of under the radar for a while.
Like it was the thing that he didn't care. And still maybe top 5 baseball Afros. Rendon low key.
Okay.
One day he popped it out. Okay. One day he popped it out. Everybody went, "Excuse me, sir, we did not know your game. We did not."
I apologize. I was unfamiliar.
I was not familiar with your excellence, sir. So yeah, those are the people. Baseball has a lot of players. I used to think that about Rod Carew, because before Gwynn. Before Wade Boggs, right? And there was a progression. But watching Rod Carew's smoothness at home plate, it was a vibe, man. That dude was a jazz player, man. He was a jazz player, and a guy that moved from second base to first base and did it, just because. And, he was in Minnesota, and then they said, nope, let's send him to, California.
Minnesota also said nope to Rocco Baldelli today. He's out as manager.
Oh boy. Oh. Yeah, I didn't understand what was going on in the Twin Cities until Carlos Correa got out. And then he just couldn't wait. Right. He just couldn't wait to unload the barrel.
Well, the poll odds were going to sell, and they said, just kidding. We know you hate us, but we're sticking around.
Because it's good business.
It's great business.
It's good business and
a
great park. Great park sitting downtown. Great design.
Went this summer. Nice place.
Great design. Went there. Saw the Huskers play there. In that invitational, and then of course you spent a week there watching. Matter of fact, I think I saw the Royals there as well. So you get to kind of pay attention to that sort of stuff. You wish. I don't know. Minnesota stole a title. So, the baseball gods kind of don't forget that they stole 2. So if you talk about that sometimes the invoice comes due. Minnesota needs to stink for a while.
Yes.
So here we are.
Won't break my heart. 0874, you are the winner of the $50 to Grotto Bar and Lounge. Shohei Ohtani, 55 home runs on the year. breaking his own Dodgers record from last year. Double nickels. 54.
Double nickels. Double nickels, baby.
55 for Shohei and $50 to Grata for 0874. We'll go to break. More Old School, diving into college football and the NFL after this.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
Husker fans know when you work together, great things happen. At Cornhusker Bank, they're more than your financial partner. With 5 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Omaha, they're your neighbors, your teammates, and your biggest fans. Whether you're saving for your first home, planning your future, or growing your business, they're right here in Nebraska to help you move forward together. Visit cornhusker.bank to learn more. Cornhusker Bank, member FDIC, doing life together.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Hi, I'm Sarai, your personal banker here at Midwest Bank. I'm proud to serve our community in English and in Espanol because everyone deserves a banker who understands them. This Hispanic Heritage Month, we're celebrating the traditions, values, and dreams that make our community strong. Whether you're opening your first account, planning for the future, or growing your business, estoy aquí para ayudarle a alcanzar sus metas. I'm here to help you reach your goals. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Here we are, Hour 2, Old School. Austin Norman, Derek Pearson with you, brought to you by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop. 3 Lincoln locations, I should say, and 1 up in Omaha. Let's get back to our starter, Heyman Jewelers text line. We have a 3576 on the way to Seward. Shout out Seward, by the way. I want to shout out the Seward superintendent who is usually a listener here on Old School and also the TCA director. A couple Joshes listening. Really appreciate you guys, your support of the program. But 3576 says, I'm heading to Seward, so I have an hour for you to entertain me. Also, where do we need to go when we're in Maryland in a couple of weeks? How about this? You listen to the right show. Got the Maryland expert on over here. So DP, they're making a trip out to College Park for Nebraska, Maryland on October the 11th. What is the weekend itinerary out there in the spring break capital of the Northeast?
Okay, go with me here. And actually, Jay Foreman would probably fight me for rights to be the Maryland, being that he was actually born in Maryland.
Correct, but
So-
he claims Minnesota at least as a 2-to-1 ratio.
His daddy would disagree. His daddy would tell her he's from that boy from Maryland. That boy from Maryland. Listen, if you're gonna go for a Saturday afternoon game, a 2:30 or 3 o'clock kickoff for the Terps and the Huskers, go on Thursday night and just for grins and giggles, find your way to the Green Pig. The Green Pig Sports Bar. And it will have about 60 TVs, all the beer on tap, maybe the best burger in the state. Do that, or if you feel spicy, go to the Jerk Pit for Jamaican in College Park. It's right there on the main strip. Do it. You can go to Burton's Grill.
And that's Green Turtle, Greene.
Green Turtle.
Okay.
Terp Turtle.
Gotcha.
Terp Turtle. You can go to Burton's. You think Laszlo's. Burton's Grill, also right there, probably a little bit outside in Riverdale Park. You go to the College Park Diner. Great hours, great food. $12 plates. Right? Can't go wrong. If you want barbecue, go to the Honey Pig. Go to the Honey Pig. Korean Honey Pig barbecue. Yes, sir. It's a little there. Feeling spicy. You want some spiced chicken. Go to the Iron Rooster. The Iron Rooster right there. Great college bar, but it's exceptional food. Want a good beverage? Go to the Board and Brew. The Board and Brew stays open until 11 o'clock, though. What's the local station? Don't be late. We close at 11. That's what that is. You can go to Grill Marks and get a fantastic grilled meat of choice. Go to the Grill Marks. Or you can simply choose the best, which is Southern food, milk and honey, Southern inspired kitchen. That's actually the name of the place, the Milk and Honey.
As
it's
in
right there,
a land flowing with milk and honey, as in you're talking Genesis, Exodus sort of stuff.
You said, boy, this is good food.
Scott in Minnesota says, visit Annapolis.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. I mean, some would say if you're going to go to Maryland for college football, go to Naval Academy instead of going to see the Terps. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Annapolis has its own vibe and flavor. Depends on who they're playing that day.
Unfortunately, Navy is at Temple next week.
Yeah, boo. Yeah, the Naval Academy and all of its memorial is a great game day experience. So to do that, or you know what, you can go 50 minutes to the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Get yourself some crab cake. Get yourself some made by hand fudge. You can get your fudge at the handmade facility right there at the Inner Harbor. You can get on a boat, ride around town.
Who does the best crab cake in Baltimore?
The Inner Harbor. Anywhere at the Inner Harbor. There are 3 or 4 places. If you go to the Inner Harbor, you're not going to miss. It's fresh. It's not filler. You're going to talk. You're going to be mad at anybody else that ever serve you a crab cake if you have crab cake at the Inner Harbor. Or you could pedal and drive the 45 minutes to DC and go to the Inner Harbor down there as well. Also a nice spot for all sorts of seafood. So you're not going to go wrong. Of course, you go to DC instead, go to Ben's Chili. You can go down the Inner Harbor and there's a couple of seafood places as well. I'm actually going to that game. I'll be in College Park for that one. My dilemma, you know what? Maybe y'all could help me. Maybe y'all could, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. We family, right? We family, right? Although I was told that I can never claim to be a Husker because I'm not from here. There are literally people who were on me on social media talking about, you cannot claim to be a Husker because you're not from here. And I said, okay, y'all make the rules. It's your house. It's your club. I can't invite myself to your club. Like, I can't make myself a member.
I need to see these posts because that strikes me as bot behavior.
This is like Darla trying to be at the Little Rascals He-Man Woman Haters Club. Like, Darla, you can't get in. Like, that's what they're telling me. But so back at Big Ten Media, I was invited to be on the sideline. They asked me if I was coming to the Nebraska-Maryland game. And they said, well, we'll put you on the Maryland sideline. Dramatic pause. Austin Norman. What say you that we'll set it in place? Remember, I'm from there.
Mm-hmm.
They have invited me to be on their pregame show with the legendary Johnny Holiday, who spent many a day on this radio station,
Mm-hmm.
and then to be on the sideline, courtesy of Coach Mike Loxley, on the Terps side of the field. Mind you, I have not been invited to the sideline for the Nebraska Huskers. What say you all? I'll ask the text line, but I'm asking Austin Orman. Kind sir, what say you?
I think there's a lot to break down in that. First of all, there's no way you can't be a Husker. I think those people are telling you can't be a Husker just having a bad day, because if you're not a Husker because you're not from here, well, then I got some tough news to break to Rich Levitt tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not from here. He's from Idaho. I think Husker is more of a choice than a blood thing. And I can say that as a native Nebraskan.
I'm open.
Let me start there.
Right.
In terms of the sideline thing,
mm-hmm.
if you get an invite, why don't you take it? That's not Nebraska's problem that Maryland invited you. You know, if they wanted you on their sideline, they could invite you. I mean, you can't say no to sideline passes. You can't say no to pregame. I mean, you're back home. You got an invite. Yeah, I'm cool with it. Nebraska's not. That's their thing.
A forgivable offense?
Not even an offense. To me, there's nothing to forgive.
Because I know that there's a different color red jacket waiting for me. And it won't have the letter N on it.
Well, I mean, here, let's use my own personal example.
Uh-huh.
If for some reason, I were to get a random invite to go stand on the sideline at Cameron.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going.
Against Nebraska.
If they invite me, I'm going.
If they hand you a Duke jacket instead of the Husker N.
I'm going.
Are you wearing the jacket?
What would probably happen
Are you wearing the
is
jacket?
I'm wearing the jacket, but I got the Husker hat. Is probably what's happening.
So I need to take a Husker hat with me to blend with the red N. Is that what we're doing?
Again, I think you do you. Whatever you think you got to wear,
I
wear.
don't
But
know.
if Nebraska has an issue, that's on Nebraska's end of things. That's not on you.
I'm asking. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. I literally don't know. I've had this dilemma before. When I was in Carolina, and the Panthers are expansion Panthers, right? But I host a Carolina Panthers TV show. But I cut my teeth with the Redskins. I'm a Redskin at heart. I'm from D.C.
Mm-hmm.
But the Panthers invite me to their locker room. Now imagine your boys, the dudes that you do TV with, they know you. DP, did I see you come out of the Panthers locker room? Traitor. Like, it was just, and there were people, my friends back in D.C. who were looking on the sideline go, bruh, which sideline? Are you really?
You there?
Are you really on it? So I don't know.
Well, let's hit the text line here. So
okay.
Eric likes to poke the bear. You're a traitor, Austin.
Of course
you go with that. So, Eric, that means a lot less coming from you than it would some other people. But as much as I would like to see Nebraska men's basketball be successful, I can't fan. I can wish success on them because they seem like good dudes. I appreciate Fred Hoiberg, but I can't fanboy for them like I would for Duke. And I would probably be full fanboy if John Shire gave me a sideline pass. I would probably go full fanboy.
Them fans ain't loyal. Them Ormans ain't loyal. Austin Orman.
I'm just saying, I get the opportunity, but they cross paths so infrequently that it doesn't strike me. All this is hypothetical.
Oh, that is so
I can envision
funny.
going the rest of my life without those two programs ever crossing over.
That is hilarious, bro. You are just out in the open, just like diabolical. Listen, BYU's coming here for an exhibition basketball game. There's zero chance I'm wearing that BYU blue. There's zero chance. You
also told me to make sure you don't tap your foot. So I'm on DP watch that day. Earthquake Glue, DP, I'm born and raised here. I've been listening to you since you got here. You're 100% Cornhusker. 5162, you're a Husker, but make sure you're wearing that Husker gear on the Maryland sideline. Cubs Group says, I was born in Colorado, lived only my first 3 months there. Nebraska's all I knew growing up. DP, you, sir, are a Husker. We're glad to have you. Mud Dog says, I think you turned heel in the middle of the pregame show. Tear the Maryland gear off, throw some bones, and slam a table. Heck,
and then never go home ever again. And never go home again.
Jesse, you can be a Husker if you're not from here. I've never been invited to be on the sidelines of the Huskers either, let alone anyone else's. I would go, but I would not wear another team's colors.
I see. This is where, and I try to go neutral to game days anyway, right?
I can picture you going full Rob Lowe just with the NFL logo hat.
100%.
Underrated sports fandom moment, by the way. That's still incredible to this day.
Well, but that's he got that from me because they weren't giving out. This goes back 14 years of the NFL. My requesting as I went from NFL city to NFL city, just the logo, the shield hats. I wanted the shield hats.
Y'all are all about the shield. Let me be about the shield.
Yeah, let me. But here's the thing: it makes it simple. Who are you rooting for? Everybody.
Good game.
I can say
players.
that. Yep, I can say it in full, right? So,
3576 is a Greg from Beatrice. What was the first pig place that you mentioned in your College Park list?
Okay, so there's I'm going to say this: the better of the two is the honey pig Korean barbecue. That's the better of the two. Just going to say that. But yeah, let me just say that. Go to the honey pig. Go to the honey pig. Yeah, do that. Although the best food in College Park is milk and honey. Like if you like Mary Ellen's and Soulful Casino and that, yeah, go to Milk and Honey. If you want real good barbecue, but it's Korean barbecue, go to you can go to the Iron Rooster. They season their chicken. They season the chicken.
There you go.
So
Hizzlebear does the Wolf of Wall Street one of us gift. You're in on that and says, now you're invested in this color of red. Make the right choice. Augie, you got to be polite, DP, wear a Husker shirt, or rep the ticket on the Maryland sideline.
Yeah, I could probably. I don't know, Ben. You're Ben. You're special.
And that's a different Ben. We have Ben in Lexington, and then I can't say other Ben.
Yeah,
but
Ben.
Another Ben.
Another Ben. You know,
whose previous text to us was, "I love baked beans." I would love to know the context.
Which puts all of that. I think there was a breakfast, maybe a British breakfast conversation.
That's how you can tell Jake got back late last night. They're talking about beans for breakfast.
Yeah, right. They go to. I like to say Harrison and I go down the rabbit hole 10 o'clock to 12 midnight. We end up anywhere, like literally anywhere. But the early break folks, their rabbit holes are just fantastic. Just fantastic. So Spinnaker's, I don't know if it's still around. I haven't been to it, so I don't know if it's still around. Let me text Barry Thompson, who can probably. You talking about Spinnaker Bay?
It says temporarily closed on.
You
Google.
talking about Spinnaker Bay or the pub?
This one in Wells. Oh, that's in Maine. Sorry, wrong state.
Yeah, there's several, bro. There's several. College Park is, again, you're in a great place because you can pick a big city, 45 minutes away.
9431 says, just take Lionheart with you and wear whatever the heck you want. Who's going to say a word to that guy?
Yeah, but then there's accountability. The body count would rest far surely on us, right? Like we need that story because the headline 93.7 ticket radio host Anthony Lionheart Smith bodied up about 12 Terps in College Park on Saturday.
Who would win, 100 turtles or one lion?
Yeah, 100%. We go full, and you go, if we could just send Lionheart and Bud Crawford, we would.
Did you see what happened with Bud?
I got that text. As a matter of fact, AD sent it to me hot off the press, and I lost it. Just crazy.
So for those that didn't get the story, Bud has his parade in Omaha, and then later that night after the festivities are over,
you, Bud.
Gets cited. Just reckless driving, but of course, because there's always another level to this, police see weapons in the car, all legally owned, paperwork and everything is in order, but have that whole rigmarole the day of the dude's parade.
You gave he has keys to the city. They gave him keys to the city. Listen, I try to stay as far away from this as possible because I'm sure that Bud's people will do a more than sufficient job to speak up. But it made my heart hurt. It did. Just on his day, have a day. Now, you can ask a million questions, but in a clear carry situation, right? You have permission and permits. Fear really, it's not held and pointed at you. But that's just me. And I'm open to, I would love I come from a line of police officers. So when I speak from that, that's what I would speak from. So, but I'm not going to tell anybody. I'll let the fans get through, feel how they feel about it. But my goodness gracious, man, on the day of your parade, jeez.
Well, on that note, let's go ahead and reset by going to break. When we get back, we'll talk about the weekend that was in college football. Big one in the Big Ten and across the country. We'll talk some college ball next on Old School.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Feeling off lately? Struggling with your mental well-being can make everyday life harder, and it can also increase the risk of substance use. Early support can make a big difference. Visit myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com and take the free mental health check-in assessment. In just a few minutes, you'll get non-judgmental feedback, local resources, and next steps to help you feel more in control and supported. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant. All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service. Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
When your home fills up with family, Aloe Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Aloe Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left at once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
This is Rick Heyman with Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman is celebrating 120 years, and you could win big. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for your chance to win a $120 gift certificate every week. That's right, we're giving away $120 every week as a thank you for being part of our story. Don't miss your chance to treat yourself. Follow Sartor Heyman Jewelers today. Celebrating 120 years. Sartor Heyman, when only the best will do.
Back to Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Old School 93.7 Ticket, ticketfm.com. Streaming worldwide for you, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and here in Nebraska. If you're an Allo customer, you can get channel 961. This segment of the show brought to you by Heartland of Nebraska Windows. They're based out of Howland, Nebraska, and they offer a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty on everything while keeping their prices affordable. Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today for more info, 402-430-3852. You can also visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Don't wait. It's nice now. Weather's about to turn, though. We know this and change in a heartbeat here, Huskers. So if you need new windows, you've been thinking about it, you've been putting it off, don't wait. Heartland of Nebraska Windows, 402-430-3852 or heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. DP, wild weekend in college football, especially in the Big Ten. The early sort of headlines came out of Urbana-Champaign and out of Seattle, Washington, but it was the nightcap that really delivered. You go from Fire Franklin down 17-3 to a tie ball game 10 minutes later to losing in double overtime. What a game. What a night in the whiteout in Happy Valley between Oregon and Penn State. Big moment for Penn State, another top 5 loss for James Franklin. Real validating moment, though, I think, for Dan Lanning and his Oregon program going across the country and finding a way to get that one out.
So a couple of things. First, I have to ask you, who are you rooting?
I was rooting for chaos, and I think we saw it.
right?
Yeah, I didn't have a particular lean in that one.
Right. You wanted somebody to feel some pain. Right. Didn't matter who it was. I want somebody to get a chunk taken out. Right. Take the bite. Okay. So then the other part of it, the next part of it for me, I happen to be around a ton of Penn State fans this weekend, and their discussion about this thing. And of course, remember the threes, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the group that absolutely thinks that James Franklin should be fired.
Mm-hmm.
Those that, come on, guys, that's stupid. And then the people in the middle who just look at the other two going, you guys are wild. Like, you guys are wild. This is the thing. But a friend of mine came up with this thing, and it makes perfect sense. And he asked, there's a gentleman, played in high school, right? But he's spouting his expertise in football and just saying that Franklin can't win the big game, then you have to move on. And the guy hit him with, exactly what is your level of expertise? What was your big win that qualifies you to talk about James Franklin's lack of big wins? Like, he's not won a national title, but he's had big wins because he's won in the playoffs and he's won the Big Ten championship. What was your big win that gives you justification to question James Franklin? And you would have thought this was glitter and confetti fell from the sky. It was the most remarkable mental meltdown. You know, in a movie where somebody gets hit with a moment and you just see their face melt in real time. That's what happened to this guy, because somebody literally said to him, "Oh, so you're questioning James Franklin's big win. What was your big win again?" And it changed everything. So that's how I looked at the James. You're one of the top 5 programs of the country that 8 years ago you were in the death penalty, right? You really were at the bottom of the heap, and you were the laughing stock of fan bases all over the country. And you're still in Happy Valley, Pennsylvania. It's not like you're on you're not on the Vegas Strip. You're in Happy Valley. You're not easy to get there, not easy to get out, right? But somehow you managed to get quality football players and quality humans to get in there. Now, Penn State has their issue, as does every program in the country. They have their issue. And I'm the first one to we are what? Like, like what's after that? Be careful about that we are, because you leave yourself open for a whole lot of gut punches when you're talking about Penn State. But I'm not sure James Franklin is the guy to go after, because he's doing an exceptional job. Nebraska fans will understand. Sometimes don't allow those people who signed petitions to have Dr. Tom Osborne relieved of his duties because he had not won a national title, where you would have cost yourself 3 national titles if you had, and a possible 4th if you hadn't just let the process play out. So that's where Dan Lanning, this was big for him, but it's a job not complete. And nobody would be surprised if Penn State was back in the playoffs as a top seed. Literally. You wouldn't be surprised. They go on a win streak. They win the rest of their games. Okay. They're right back being Penn State. We do this with Notre Dame. We do this with Oregon. We do this with Ohio State. We do this with the programs. And we fully say, okay, oh my goodness, Georgia lost to Alabama. Something's wrong. No, not really. It's just,
I was more in the Bama's back camp, more so than the Georgia's broken camp.
Well, but that you could say that until you remember how bad they looked in week 1. Right? Like, ooh, what? That wasn't Nick Saban. Like, the living ghost of Nick Saban floated above the locker room at practice and said things. Right? Did you go, wait a minute, you are a crime to the legend of Nick Saban. Saint Saban would rain down upon thee with furious anger. We forget that college football, especially in this day and age, the leverage in this thing and the balance in this thing. Listen, we're in a year where Indiana and Vanderbilt are in the discussion for being 2 of the elite football programs in America. Indiana and Vanderbilt. This is not basketball season. What are we talking about? What? Remember Florida State? Remember them in weeks 1, 2, and 3 until you went to Charlottesville And
The
we are screaming from the rooftops, from the mountaintops of Appalachia. Don't go to Charlottesville Friday night, Florida State. Things happen there, man. We're trying to tell you, run, get out of there. This is college football.
Mm-hmm.
That the list of unbeatens. Listen, my dude called me from Utah. He said, let everybody know Texas Tech is a thing. Because they went to Salt Lake City and put a spanking on the Utes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There are teams that have found their way. And it's going to get more interesting before it falls back in line. But we're still going to you're going to end up with an Ohio State Vanderbilt playoff game. You're going to end up with a Georgia-Indiana playoff game. Like fully engaged that Texas is going to have to face Texas Tech in a bowl game. Like this is crazy, but this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. This is the season the Big Ten. Who's going to win the Big Ten this year? Austin Norman. Text line. Who's going to win? Get in line. This is your chance to proclaim expertise. Who's going to win the Big Ten? We don't. Who's going to win the SEC this year? Right. I don't even know who's going to win the ACC. I want to scream Miami.
Probably Miami.
But
they're the early front runners.
I wouldn't bet on Miami. I would not wager.
Not if my life depended on it.
I would not wager money.
I wouldn't put $3.05 on 305.
Right, like a Slurpee. I would bet a Slurpee. That's the full extent. You can get in line and do Slurpees. There's nothing else in play.
More impressive performance: Indiana getting out the win over Iowa, or Illinois bouncing back from the loss to Indiana, beating USC at home?
I rather enjoyed the game, but no, Illinois. I like Illinois. I can even love Illinois, but it wasn't that. It wasn't that. USC has some issues, right? Can we say that out loud?
Sure.
They have some issues, and I kind of dig that they have those issues. I kind of dig. I spent an hour watching the tape of USC and Michigan State, which let me further know that the Big Ten Conference is a kegger. Big Ten college football is this season, it's a kegger. Plan to be there a while. Bad things are going to happen. There'll be some comebacks. There's going to be some great recoveries. All right. And probably a surprise at the end. I think.
Stay tuned for more.
Put a question mark on it because that's Big Ten football.
Mm-hmm. A couple of the Big Ten-y things that happened is Minnesota still has the Gopher Devil magic. Rutgers has a lead.
We saw it.
They're driving after Minnesota answers to tie the game or take the lead, and then they botch the snap. And not only did they botch the snap to where Ethan Kaliakmanis can't just fall on it, you lose 5 yards to live to fight again. It rolls between his legs for 15 yards. Minnesota survives. And then the Husker fans that listen to us, DP, I know how upset they're going to be at Iowa, who did two things. Number one, busted a blitz, which turned into a busted coverage, which turned into a long touchdown for Indiana to take the lead. Number two, Indiana ends the game with a safety in the most Iowa way possible. Yeah, let's just run out of the back of the end zone to kill the clock. And number three, Iowa misses a crucial field goal. All of these things that happen for other people against Iowa. But Nebraska either has not forced to happen or has not been lucky enough to have happen for themselves in a game against Iowa.
I listen. I rooted hard for Iowa State just because it wasn't Iowa. I just need for Iowa not even to be the best team in its state.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Not neighbor, not even in its state. That's where that lean in comes from. And the fact that we don't like them and they're boring. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She's unattractive and has a bad personality.
Right.
That's Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
That's Iowa. Like, there's no other way. Like, you could at least say with Wisconsin, well, they live in a nice house. They throw a nice party.
They show up late, but they throw the party.
She's a really good dancer. I mean, we we can jump around at least.
Right.
Iowa, meh. Not fun to watch and not easy to dance to. That's Iowa. So that's what I thought of watching them. But we also know that it's the Big Ten and Iowa is just there to ruin the party. They're just there to keep everybody from having a good time. Because what happens, right? You could have Oregon and Ohio State and Michigan, and you can have all the pretties, right? They're all there. And then in walks Booger. Here comes Booger, and he's chugging a beer, and he's burping out like, that's Iowa. That's Iowa. Everybody's going, oh, man, I was here. That's Big Ten football. That's Big Ten football. Iowa just makes me, it sets me off, Austin. I apologize.
And UCLA's playing some real Big Ten football now, too. Down a head coach. 17-14. Can we appropriately use the word slobber knocker?
Yes,
to
please.
Describe whatever happened between
please.
Northwestern and UCLA that was watched by potentially dozens of people?
12.
Potentially?
It was 12.
Potentially?
It was 12.
Let's go through the text line here at DP, Sartor Hamann Jewelers text line, trying to make some picks here. So we have Old Dad 34 taking Oregon to win the Big Ten and Georgia in the SEC.
Okay.
0739 says Texas Tech in the Big 12. And 5162 says the only safe conference winner seems to be Texas Tech, but losses can pop up out of nowhere. You've been around Big 12 country long enough to know there's no such thing as a safe Big 12.
No.
That's the Wild West.
No.
You don't know what you're getting on any given week in that conference.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, listen, they again, when Utah comes running and they explain to you. Now, remember that BYU still exists.
Mm-hmm.
BYU still exists.
Survived Boulder.
Right? And importantly so, like how it was done. They're gonna mollywop Kansas. They're gonna go to Houston and put on a party. Then you go to 20, but you go on the road to number 25 undefeated Arizona State. That's the hiccup, right? That's Oklahoma State the following week. They go to Kansas State, and then here comes BYU. You go to UCF comes to Texas Tech, and you close your season traveling to Morgantown, West Virginia. Now,
just where everyone wants to spend the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Get your jugs ready, boys. No, like you can't. Any other year, that's a problem. But West Virginia's terrible this year. That is a terrible football team this year. I watched 30 minutes of that football, and I felt I had to go jump and shower. It was bad.
Yeah.
So, but I would think BYU, Arizona State, maybe Kansas State on the road, right, where it becomes interesting and you figure out what's. I would have. My friend said to Houston, like when you go play the rival that doesn't respect you in state.
Fifth ward, baby.
Yeah, that like maybe you believe it, but I don't know. I don't know who wins any conference because everybody filled their needs.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has recovery sauce, right? They have some fix for everything. As Phil Sims, I mean, not Phil Sims. Geez, my apologies. Chris Collinsworth pointed out last night that championships are won by the people you don't expect to have to get production from. And that in college football in this day and age, I mean, think Nebraska, that you're relying on players to make plays in skill positions that maybe you weren't counting on. 6 weeks ago, there's some names that we hadn't heard who may have an impact on what Nebraska's final bowl destination is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important. Like we didn't know what TJ Lateef, we had an idea based on prediction and what he had done in high school. But the reality is we hadn't seen it at the college level, certainly not at the Power Four.
Mm-hmm.
So now you still have to see him in Big Ten play to know what it is. But we have a sneaky suspicion that he could play a part. And what happens? We don't know. Is this a Lindenmeyer or a Harburg situation? Is it third receiver? Is this a Mosey situation? Or did we have who had in the pool that Ja'Cory Barney would lead the Huskers in catches and yards at this point in the season? Anyone? I don't know. I don't know. So I think this is college football. All of these conferences. I don't know who Virginia is. I still need to figure out what's going on at North Texas. The Mean Green, undefeated and a problem, an absolute problem. Don't know what's going on there. I kind of peek in the window, and then, oh, by the way, you messed around and let Navy figure out a passing game to go with that wicked run game that they have. They figured out how to throw the football. It's like, Navy learned how to pass. Navy learned how to pass, and they're undefeated, and their schedule, okay,
sets up for it.
Amen.
Westy says the only conference I feel comfortable predicting is Washington State winning the Pac-2. Given that they are, I believe, 3-2, and Oregon State is 0-5 right now.
That is a tough. Man.
Found out yesterday during Lincoln Youth Football that Washington State and Oregon State have a home and home this year. They'll play, I think, November 1st and November 29th.
Can we call that the Lonely Bowl?
It is. It really
Can
is.
we just name that the Lonely Bowl?
The 40 Days in the Wilderness Bowl.
You need to get the Rocky Balboa, where him and Apollo join hands. And that's the trophy. You just bronze it. And it's just them holding each other's hand.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Let's go to break. We have a couple more texts to get to before we get into the NFL portion of our proceedings here on Old School.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, Husker fans. Max 10 is turning up the excitement this season. They're giving away a pair of Husker volleyball tickets, and every time you tan, you're entered to win. Experience the 2025 season tour featuring high-pressure tanning, rejuvenating red light therapy, and flawless spray tanning, all for just $20.25. Look good, feel amazing, and cheer on the Lady Huskers in style. Max Tan. Take it to the max.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hey, Husker Nation. This is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top-quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Is your heating system ready for cooler weather? Call Bryant to schedule your fall heating check. No matter what brand, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze. It'll be warm with an afternoon high near 88. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies and light winds, the low around 60. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly cloudy skies throughout the day. It will be breezy with an afternoon high near 81. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Back to Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Old School party still going on here, 93.7 Ticket, ticketfm.com. 10 minutes or so left in this hour. Another hour to go. Well, we'll take a dive into the NFL. Another interesting weekend out there. But this segment of Old School brought to you by League One Volleyball. League One Volleyball Omaha just rebranded as Love Volleyball Nebraska. To renew your season tickets or to secure yours for the first time, visit lovb.com to make sure you get your seats. It'll give you your chance to watch Olympians, national team players, former Huskers, national champions, and the like. All take the court for Love Volleyball Nebraska. Another good weekend for Nebraska volleyball DP. They take down Michigan to open Big Ten conference play in the midweek and then sweep the Terps of Maryland here at home, 25-14, 27-25, and 25-14. All getting them set up for the match of matches. Friday night on the road, Huskers at Penn State. Huskers owe the Nittany Lions a little bit something. Huskers have looked good, haven't played perfect volleyball, but had a fun conversation with Mandy Monson on volleyball postgame. She seems to think the Huskers are in a good position headed out east this weekend.
How's that? I mean, to sit through, I had the opportunity to sit in with her. And Mandy is just, man, one, she's all fire. But two, knowledgeable and connected and thoughtful, insightful.
Can explain
and breaking it down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for folks that don't know, we're doing volleyball post game shows here on the Ticket, and Mandy is taking us through it. She will not be here Friday.
No,
but
Tanya Taki, I believe, in the building.
Taki, who has been, she's been on the Ticket before, so it'll be a good one to have to take us through that. Yeah, it's the season has gone ideally, and is the expectation too much to hope for undefeated?
No, I mean, undefeated's hard.
Right?
Undefeated's hard. I mean, you can say national title is the expectation if you want, but for me to say undefeated, we forget just how storybook 2 seasons ago was, how long Nebraska was able to keep that rolling. Like, it's tough.
And I don't want to, here's the thing, because Penn State, which is the flavor, right? That's the one that you get amped up. But then you're going to go from Penn State to Rutgers, and you can't.
The next night.
Right, the very next night. And you can't, like, and there's a big difference going from Fox, Friday night, national TV, against the reigning, defending national champions, and then going to Big Ten Plus.
Going from Rec Hall to Jersey Mike's Arena.
In Brunswick, New Jersey. And you have to say it. Like, you have to say it with your chest. We're going to New Jersey. We're going to Rutgers. Like, to try to stay focused. That you don't want to get ahead of yourself, go 1-0, go 1-0, go 1-0. And you want people to, you want to say it out loud, but you also don't want to put every egg in the Penn State basket, but you also don't want to be afraid to. You don't want to be afraid to. You don't want to be afraid of Penn State. You don't want, no. We're going to Penn State, get a win, and then we'll go to Rutgers and get a win as well. That's the hope. I'm slightly intrigued, but by the psychology behind it.
But are you slightly intrigued by New Brunswick, New Jersey? Is there any level of intrigue for you with New Brunswick?
Yeah, I have family there. I have family there. New Brunswick and East Orange. Well, I spent my summers there, and it was part of my love. I spent a lot of summers, one, playing Little League Baseball before I was officially old enough to do it, because they didn't know any better. But then we would spend those summer days getting on the subway train and going to watch the Mets or the Yankees play. La Grande Orange. Going watching Rusty Staub and Roy White and, those Yankees and Mets. There's, a little different. A little bit different than what's in play now. But you watch them nonetheless. So it has kind of an interesting place in my heart. It's interesting to go. Like I said, they have different fans. They got different fans. You go to a Rutgers football game. It's different. It's different. I was invited to speak to the Rutgers baseball team a couple of years ago while I was here. Actually was speaking to Georgetown, and the Rutgers coach tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, can you give me some of that?" Like, yep, gotcha. So familiar with New Brunswick.
We could spend an entire hour on this, but we'll spend about 60 seconds so we can get to the top of the hour.
Uh-huh.
Your favorite and least favorite Big Ten college cities or towns? Give me your number one and your number 18.
Say it again.
Your number one Big Ten college city, your number 18 Big Ten college city or town.
Number 1 is our current. It is Lincoln, Nebraska. Number 18, that if I could avoid it for a variety of reasons. Now, am I going there for the college athletics, or am I just going to the town?
Up to you. I would hope that your number 18 you are simply getting in and getting out of because of the college athletics.
Well, I don't have to go to it to know. I could smell the stench from across the border. I don't really have to do that. Like I don't have any desire to go there, be there. I spent way too much time around them at Big Ten tournaments, whether it be wrestling or girls basketball or men's basketball. I don't have any desire to do that. And I try not to speak from hate. But it is disinterest. It is disinterest. So, yeah.
Westie's in lockstep with you.
Yeah.
Are Bloomington and Happy Valley really that much better than Iowa City?
Happy Valley's amazing once you get there. It's terrible getting there, and
but the inconvenience has to be part of it.
It literally is the deal. It's hard to get into unless you have a charter plane flying to that airport. But people will say the same thing about Lincoln, right? That they would much rather fly into Omaha. But no, it's not easy to get to. They know that they are a hidden valley. They know that it is a destination place. If you didn't happen into Happy Valley, you were there on purpose. And hopefully you're doing something good with it. I like the sporting. Well, no, I don't like baseball there. I don't like softball there. Football there is the only thing about Penn State. And I would say wrestling now. I would say those are the two things. Otherwise, those two things, if you remove those two things, Happy Valley's
not so happy. It's just Valley.
It's just Penn State. It's just Penn State.
My favorite thing will always be to call the Bryce Jordan Center the place where basketball goes to die.
Yeah.
They literally curtain off the upper section because they can't sell tickets to Penn State basketball.
Yeah,
even though there's nothing else to do.
It becomes like just get the students there. Just get the students there. I mean, you see the difference when you see Penn State wrestling and then you see Penn State basketball. Like it's not the same. Penn State baseball. Yikes.
Oof.
Yikes. Sir, this is the Big Ten. Like, we're professional. What are we doing? So I think that falls in line. I like going to Oregon. I like going to either USC and UCLA for a variety of reasons. Tough. I mean, Maryland's home. I like watching basketball. I mean, I like watching sports there because that's what I grew up watching. But it's just not the fan experience that the other places have. Sorry, East Lansing. East Lansing. I'm sorry. It's East. Yeah, East Lansing.
It's better than Ann Arbor, and that's not saying much.
I understand Ann Arbor. I'm not sure I know what East Lansing is. I'm not sure they know what it is. Like
Jonathan Smith, you have a blank canvas.
Right. Like it's Sparty, but like there's Irvin Magic Johnson East Lansing. But then it's just East Lansing. Like for anything else, I don't, like he didn't play football there. Doesn't count. He didn't play baseball there. Doesn't count.
Right.
Doesn't play volleyball there. Doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count. Like so, yeah, LA is not a college town, but if you've ever gone to Westwood, it absolutely is a college town. Westwood, oh my goodness, Westwood's historic. Like it's you get all the fields and that sort of stuff. But yeah, no, I East Lansing is in the you know what? West Lafayette. Hello. West Lafayette. How you doing? How you doing? How's your mama doing?
Greg from Beatrice says, thanks for getting me to Seward. It was a great hour. Glad we got you to Seward and not to West Lafayette.
Yes, sir.
We'll get you to break. We got more Old School, hour 3 on the way.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320. Husker fans know when you work together, great things happen. At Cornhusker Bank, they're more than your financial partner. With 5 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Omaha, they're your neighbors, your teammates, and your biggest fans. Whether you're saving for your first home, planning your future, or growing your business, they're right here in Nebraska to help you move forward together. Visit cornhusker.bank to learn more. Cornhusker Bank, member FDIC. Doing life together.
Hey Husker fans, Max 10 is turning up the excitement this season. They're giving away a pair of Husker volleyball tickets, and every time you tan, you're entered to win. Experience the 2025 season tour featuring high-pressure tanning, rejuvenating red light therapy, and flawless spray tanning, all for just $20.25. Look good, feel amazing, and cheer on the Lady Huskers in style. Max Tan, take it to the max.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL Weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze. It'll be warm with an afternoon high near 88. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies and light winds, the low around 60. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly cloudy skies throughout the day. It will be breezy with an afternoon high near 81. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Here we go, hour 3 of Old School. Austin Norman, DP, with you, 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com. Big thanks to the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese, special ingredients and butcher shop with 3 Lincoln locations and 1 up in Omaha. Appreciate you being along for the ride here for the last hour. Let us know if you're listening on your drive home. Hope you had a fantastic Monday back on your grind. DP, let's dive into some NFL. You brought it up to start the show, and I promised we would circle back around there. Go ahead, lead off. You said you were less than enthused with the effort and the performance from your Washington Commanders.
Well, I mean, I have to be honest and fair to them. You played an NFL football game with Marcus Mariota at quarterback. So you have to kind of balance your emotional investment in it.
But it was the Marcus Mariota revenge game, and it still didn't come up, DC.
No, it wasn't going to happen. Like it's the same thing, it's the Micah Parsons revenge game. No.
He got some revenge.
No, he kissed the girlfriend. He kissed his cousin. That's what he did last night. He kissed the cousin. Like it's like kissing your cousin. A tie is like kissing your cousin. Well, he kissed the cousin.
He sure did.
He kissed the cousin. The Commanders, Mariota
now,
lost.
there's very unique cousin kissing because it was scorigami at 40-40. But
Right,
kissing
right.
your cousin's kissing your cousin.
Right. I mean, Mariota didn't even get the kiss. Like, cousin rejected him. Like, he was denied by his cousin. Now, I like the Commanders team. Losing to Atlanta was not, even with Mariota, didn't seem like the thing that I was going to expect. But I gave him too much credit. And again, I ended up watching. I watched the New York Football Giants win a game that they weren't supposed to win. I watched the Ravens absolutely just, oh man, they just dropped the pizza face down. They just dropped, like, it fell out the box and just dropped it and it landed face down. Didn't even give you the courtesy of landing on the crusty side.
Right.
Nope. All the toppings straight to the ground. There were several of those games, and you're watching teams struggle with the Saints. Why? What were you doing? What were you doing? Watch the Niners absolutely lay an egg, a gigantic 49er egg. Like, what?
Was it gigantic enough to get a text from Haas about?
Oh, listen, the Niner fans, I was with a bunch of Niner fans, and somehow it was my fault. So the Niner fans in DC have built this whole group on, when I've watched games with them, they have never lost. Yesterday was the first loss in several years. So they were a bit distraught. Tabrizi was just, come on. But it's the same thing. They don't have the Niners they're not healthy.
Right.
So
them and the Ravens are on a real run so far this year of injuries.
Not being healthy. And it is the thing. But again, that's the Collinsworth thing about, well, it's players you don't really count on that are required to get you to those elite places. We didn't have the Ravens at 1-3. We didn't have I didn't have in the pool that there would only be 2 undefeated football teams in the National Football League. Like, I didn't have that in the pool. That we're not surprised by who they are, but I would have thought that it would have played out maybe a little differently. Giving credit to the Bills at being undefeated. I'm not sure what, Baltimore in the early open, I guess that was the thing we thought, where they would get got. But they played through, and the Eagles finding a way to be irritating and nauseating at the same time. Listen, the thing about going back east, you're going to run into more Eagles You just are. That's just the way it works. It's aggravating. Like I want to root for them. I want them to be happy.
Conveniently, Eagles and aggravating are both spelled with 2 G's.
Right. Like you have to do that. I want to be disinterested in the Eagles. I do not want to be distraught over having to watch the Eagles. So that's where that was, and watching a ton of bad football yesterday.
Was some of the football you watched entertainingly bad, or was it just gross bad? Is there entertaining bad in the NFL, or is that solely the purview of college football?
Well, if you are a Detroit Lions fan and you watch them dismantle the Cleveland Browns, that was bad football.
Who, by the way, walked off Green Bay last week.
Right. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Buffalo, you scored 31 points. You did not impress against the Aints. You didn't impress. I kind of enjoyed Pittsburgh and Minnesota. Kind of didn't. Maybe it was because it was too early to really wrap my brain around the fact that Aaron Rodgers is actually a Pittsburgh Steeler. Like that's
and
still,
playing some all right football.
Right. And I don't know who the Minnesota Vikings are. I still don't know who they are.
Well, the Minnesota Vikings are going to have to take up residence in their ancestral home. Back-to-back weeks for them in the UK, DP. Do you like that? Do you not like that?
No, I don't like that for anybody. I don't like that. Although, can we send Iowa next year?
And leave them?
Make it, let them create an annex or something. Maybe do that. Okay. Who are the Seattle Seahawks? Who are they, Austin Norman?
They're your NFC West champs, DP.
Right? And
They're
we
coming for it.
We forget that. And then we want to write them off, but we can't because they show up and then they beat Arizona, who looked like for 2 quarters, looked like a really competent football team. And then they do Arizona Cardinal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you just go, oh no. Oh no. Mini me is
Pocket Hercules.
Yeah,
and The Bachelor.
I'm still
God, I guess,
not.
but-
I'm still surprised at how much fun he is to watch, though. Because you do want to feel like a high school kid just got like drafted
Mm-hmm.
and is out there running around.
Uh-huh.
I spent way too much time with Giants fans watching Jackson Dart
get popped a couple times, but lead a win his first NFL start.
Oh, so he graduated from the high school that Everett coaches at. And he knows the whole family, right? And he has all the stories. But he asked the question of what is it about New York pro football teams that love Utah quarterbacks? Right? Because the Jets just, they did the Wilson thing and it didn't work. And they were, okay. So the Giants were like, hey, it didn't work for the Jets. Let us go get a Utah quarterback. Let us go get a kid from Utah.
It'll be different this time.
It'll be different. Although again, I don't know whether do you give the Giants credit for the win, or
I mean, it's the NFL. You can't take anything away from it, right? It's not easy to win a game in the NFL, I've been told.
But the Chargers, we were starting to give Harburg the keys. We were starting to trust him with the house.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Nope. Lose to the Giants.
I think the Giants were feeling frisky after hanging with the Chiefs for 3.5 quarters.
There must have been some math to it. There must have been some magic potion. Will the Tennessee Titans win?
Oh, they'll catch someone. I mean, Cam Ward will have a day. Cam's been fine. Now, the other 10 guys on offense have been less than that, but I think I can foresee a game where Cam to Alec Manor goes for 12 catches, 200 yards, and 3 tutties, and it's just enough to win because some team shoots itself in the foot. And that team probably resides in Indianapolis because I know better than to think that the Colts will continue apace.
The Tennessee Titans scored the same number of points as you and I.
They did.
None of us scored yesterday.
No.
None of us scored an NFL point yesterday. That's where you tell me your whole playbook failed. Getting shut out in the NFL means nothing the professional play caller and schemer came up with worked. Nothing.
Well, it makes at least a little bit of sense that Tennessee would get shut out. It makes no sense to me that now 2 Sundays ago, the Carolina Panthers held Atlanta out of the end zone and off the scoreboard. What's going on over there, DP?
To lay that big of an egg in Foxborough.
Against an improved, but still not great.
Are they improved?
They're improved.
Okay. What does that mean? We're third in the division? Third?
Yeah, probably. No, I can see him going for second. Because tonight, DP, the game that we're not airing, we have Bengals Broncos on the air starting at 6:30. The game that we're not airing is the Toilet Bowl. You got the 0-3 Jets and the 0-3 Dolphins. Those teams are fighting for third place.
What's the over-under
of
that game?
As in points?
Yes.
Or
yes.
Right now, it's looking like Miami 2.5-point favorites with an over/under of 43.5.
What do you do?
I am not trusting Miami to win a game.
Is this a 24-21 game, a 2017 game? What do you think it is?
What I think is I hope Aaron Glenn can channel that energy that he had at the end of last week. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
You saw Jay's boy, Wilden. I did have to ask Jay about that on Monday, and he said that is not the first time Aaron Glenn has done that exact thing.
Oh, there are reports. There are reports. I don't even know who to root for in that game. Like, what are you rooting for?
How are you feeling about Jake Sorensen at this exact moment? Does that sway it at all?
Well, that's why Jake is hiding today. And he may hide tomorrow. Listen, if the Jets win tonight, Jake Sorensen's calling off tomorrow. There's zero chance he's here. Or if he's here, he will set the record for the amount of coffee one drinks in 3 hours.
If the Dolphins win, though, he might also be off because it might be the last time he celebrates it all year.
The numbers are so bad that this could be the under game. Right? This could be the under game. This is literally, we just go, I don't think anybody's going to score. I don't think either team's going to score 20 points. But
is either defense good enough to hold someone under 20 points?
I don't
The
know.
Jets might be. Might be.
I don't even. This is where we need to have Jake Sorensen call in and just explain to us how he's feeling. Like, how are you feeling?
I'll at least text him real quick and see
Yeah.
if I can get anything back.
Yeah, how are you feeling today? Like, I know he ran out of the building as quickly as he could to get his little, Dolphins bib and get the whole thing happening. But yeah, that's when offered that game back whenever the schedule came out. They said, who do you want, Jets, Miami, or Cincinnati and Denver? And I'm not sure I didn't break the Guinness Book of World Records for how quickly I screamed Cincy and Denver. Like I got that out in a hurry. And to be clear, as a matter of fact, the first thing I did when I got back from my trip was walking on Austin and going, we did pick Cincinnati and Denver, didn't we? Because if we had I would have found an old Lincoln high school football game to rerun instead of playing the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins on the ticket.
We got the vibe check. No context or anything to this. It is 2 numbers and 1 word. Do you want to guess what the 2 numbers and the 1 word are, DP? Do you want to guess?
The 2 numbers.
It's a score prediction and the team that he thinks wins.
3-2 Dolphins.
You got the 3. Except that it's 35-10 Jets is Jake's prediction.
Oh, my.
Which, if you lose 35-10 to the Jets, you fold your franchise yesterday.
Go off, Justin Fields. Go off, Justin Fields. 35. You need to text that. You need to tweet that out. That Jake Sorensen just said that his Miami Dolphins at home on a Monday night against the winless New York Jets are going to get paddled. Like the level of Boo Nation. Can you imagine the Jets up 21-0 in Miami? Do you imagine the boos that would happen, that would rain down from the sky?
Oh, it is all on the table with these Miami Dolphins. It is all on the table.
Because if he loses tonight, he gets fired, right? Ask Jake that. If they lose tonight, does he get fired?
Let's see what Jake has to say.
Yeah, I would imagine that either coach. I'm not sure. I'm not sure either one of them slept last night. Almost nightmarish. And to even say that the Bengals, watching the Bengals without Joe Burrow, I'd rather go to the Walgreens and just walk around and window shop to watch a Burrow-less Cincinnati Bengals team. They threw for 140 yards. Burrow,
woohoo!
He comes into the gym with 145. What were they doing?
They were Jake Browning, is what they were doing.
I mean, Chase still plays for them, right?
He does.
Like they still have some dudes out there, right? Couple of tight ends that Pro Bowl caliber. What are we talking about? So I don't know.
Update. Text to Jake Sorensen. McDaniel gone if that happens? Question mark. He needs to be. And Tua and the GM.
So it's autumn house cleaning for the Dolphins if they lose tonight.
Yeah, probably.
I'm going to start a chain. I'm going to start a text chain that just Jake Sorensen's degree of discomfort. And it starts at 0, but it really starts at -2.
Right.
Right. Like, you can't.
On Jay Foreman's 1 to 7 scale, we're going to -7 now.
Yeah. Like Jake is not going to be comfortable at any point.
No shot.
And of course, I can't wait. I'll talk to Raph. The fact that Raph would have to do his show tonight while the Broncos is playing. Sweet justice.
We might get the debut of play-by-play Raph.
Yeah, just to have him just have the top of his head pop right off. But they're favored by 7.5. I would imagine that he feels pretty good about that.
The defense ought to feast. Oughta.
But so the Dolphins are a 2.5 point favorite, and the over/under is
43.5.
So
you're talking 23-21.
24-21 is what they're projecting. I'm kind of leaning towards the under. Like I don't think they're going to reach that. But
not that anyone cares, my fantasy team is also rooting for the under. So need Garrett Wilson to get skunked. So I'll throw that out there. Speaking of green, Nebraska plays Michigan State at the end of this week. And if you're planning a trip to Memorial Stadium for the Husker game, make sure that Lincoln Children's Museum is part of your plans. Football games can be fun for the whole family, but sometimes your younger kids can't sit through the whole game. So there's a great option for you. The Lincoln Children's Museum offers game day play dates. While the parents enjoy the game inside the stadium, their kids get their own game day experience courtesy of the great people, the friendly staff at the Lincoln Children's Museum. Drop-off is 90 minutes before the game. You can pick up your child 60 minutes after the game. And while you're cheering on the Huskers, the kids enjoy fun activities involving science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, all centered around the theme of football and getting your child active. It's affordable, convenient, and just steps away from Memorial Stadium. If you're interested, if that piques your interest, register your child prior to game day online at lincolnchildrensmuseum.org. And vouch for the friendly staff down there at the Children's Museum. They do a great job. Sounds like it's going really well. You want your kid involved in the fun. Don't want to worry about them running around or constantly complaining about the lines for the bathroom or the concession stand, the food getting cold. Just make sure you find them a friend there at the Lincoln Children's Museum. We'll go to break. We got more old school on the other side.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking top models from Can-Am, Kawasaki, Honda, Polaris, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Indian Motorcycle, Sea-Doo, and Triton trailers. Score big on our massive selection of Can-Am side-by-sides with rebates up to $3,000 on select in-stock models. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location. They can't wait to get you set up for football season.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hey, Husker Nation. This is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top-quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze. It'll be warm with an afternoon high near 88. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies and light winds, below around 60. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly cloudy skies throughout the day. It'll be breezy with an afternoon high near 81. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Is your heating system ready for cooler weather? Call Bryant to schedule your fall heating check. No matter what brand, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Husker fans know when you work together, great things happen. At Cornhusker Bank, they're more than your financial partner. With 5 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Omaha, they're your neighbors, your teammates, and your biggest fans. Whether you're saving for your first home, planning your future, or growing your business, they're right here in Nebraska to help you move forward together. Visit cornhusker.bank to learn more. Cornhusker Bank, member FDIC. Doing life together.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krekak of State Farm Insurance. Back to Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Half an hour left of Old School. Austin Norman, DP, with you. Jake Sorensen not alone in being apoplectic about the Dolphins. We have Gingerbeard Man. Says, chill on my fins, man, but I will burn my Tua jersey tonight if they get blown out.
Oh,
get the kerosene and lighter fluid. No.
Yeah,
but Drumstick has the more accurate text. Some weird stuff will happen tonight. Always.
What do we do? Right? I mean, have you ever considered burning a jersey, Austin?
No.
Right.
No.
Okay. I just want to be sure.
If anything, I'm going to throw it out or give it away. But I haven't even done that. It's just buried at the bottom of a pile somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, use it as a rag, or at least.
Right.
Is that rude?
If I'm that mad at you, yeah, I'll use it as a rag. But burning? Really? I know this is America, but
never once.
No.
He said he asked for a Waddle jersey and got 2 Tuas.
Whoops.
You got to get better friends, man. You got to
can't get better family, but if you could,
get,
might not be the end of the world for you.
You got to get like if you're a Dolphins fan, it's Marino. Like, go back. I mean, I love John Corton just said, get a Zonka, right? Zonka, Greasy, Paul Warfield, Mercury Morris. Go back.
Do you go Zach Thomas?
Get a Bonacani. Zach Thomas did a whole lot. Jason Taylor was probably the jersey I saw most over the course of my adult career. Jason Taylor, 99 for the Dolphins, was a lot. Very few of the quarterbacks make the cut because why would you?
Right.
Why would you?
Tannehill Dolphins jersey?
Not many. A couple of Ronnie Brown jerseys back in the day.
Big Bang Hank, I wore a Tyler Thigpen jersey for 3 years. Always support your team even when they suck.
You did not wear a Tyler Thigpen jersey.
Well, his name were Brody Croyle, so I'd take Thigpen too.
No, you did not. There's some Steeler jerseys that what's the you know what the worst jersey I've ever had?
Ooh, I'm sure you've had some winners.
I've had normally I will go old school because you can't tarnish the legacy that way. Although there's one jersey that where the image was tarnished. I had the jersey and I can no longer wear the jersey. It was it was a hot happening jersey at one point. I cannot wear that jersey right now. I will find Stars tickets for anybody who could guess who that jersey was. It's a jersey that it was very popular, and then I can no longer wear the jersey.
Big Bang Hank, great friend of the show, does send in a picture of him in the Tyler Thigpen jersey.
Yikes.
It looks like you're trying to strike a Heisman with that picture there.
Oh.
Big Bang Hank.
Yeah, DM knows.
That's incredible.
DM knows. Hit it right on the nose. OJ.
I suppose that makes sense.
OJ, okay, DM, let me know. We'll get you. Yeah, I had the white OJ.
Hey, same color as the Bronco.
Yeah.
Sorry, too soon.
Right. Yeah, it was OJ. Although 8985, you were not far off. That the Michael Vick jersey, there was a stretch where you could not, right? You could not do that. I would wear the Falcons Vic red. The red. Although the Atlanta Falcons Dion red may be the best looking jersey of all time.
I am a product of my era, and I prefer the darker red Falcons rather than the brighter red Falcons.
I loved the red helmet Falcons. I understand that they're in love with the black helmets, but the red helmet
red
Falcons,
bird, yeah.
the red bird. Look, listen, that was the thing. And then in full, I used to love the St. Louis Cardinals jersey. Get a Jim Hart, a Jim Otis. I had a Terry Metcalf jersey. But the worst Washington jersey, who would you think of? The worst Washington, like if I wore it now, they would throw eggs at me. They would throw eggs at me if I wore it now.
We're really trying to think.
Bruh.
Are you thinking,
yeah.
Taylor Heineke?
No. You can get away with wearing a Taylor Heineke in DC right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that they don't have that kind of hate for him.
I don't know who you got.
He's a quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a quarterback.
Is it Schuler?
It's Heath Schuler.
Had to be. Yeah.
It is. Heath stinking Schuler. man, listen. And I got the jersey from him. From him with an shucks. Oh, Austin. Couldn't be a nicer guy.
Mm-hmm.
Too nice to play in the National Football League. Too nice to play quarterback in the National Football League.
Scott Lincoln said he thought you were going Ray Caruth.
Bruh, that's a home run because I game worn.
At this point, like everyone knows the whole Ray Caruth thing. Is it like ironic to wear it and people be like, "Oh, I didn't know you had that in you," sort of thing, or is it still a no-no?
Oh, you listen. I don't need to know. I don't want to find out what people think about it. I was there. I was there with Ray. I was I don't want to say what I was about to say because that would lead to when he was a rookie when I met him, and Ray was super smart, a bit shy, a bit of a lamb in a wolf's pen.
Yeah.
And I've explained to people that if you had lined up every player in the NFL and said, who's the last one that's going to be in this thing that was, Ray Caruth would have been one of the last people. He was just the city. When you talk about sending Utah quarterbacks to New York City, this is where it happened. Like it was too much for him. It was too much for him. He did my show twice. And in his rookie year, that was most of the TV that he did. And no, like I got a ton of interview requests when he got released because they knew I had a relationship with him.
Mm-hmm.
But no, bro, no, dog, no. Like I would wear a Daniel Stubblefield. I would wear a Big Daddy Dan Wilkinson Redskins jersey before I wore a Ray Caruth jersey, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah,
because Stubblefield, they will throw eggs at that jersey. They will throw eggs at they'll throw
but
eggs.
at least they might not be the rotten, expired, spoiled eggs.
No, it would.
Would be.
It would be. There are people been saving them up, man. They've been saving those for Wilkinson. Yeah, there's a bunch, right? You just go like you evolve in it.
So let's get to the text line because I think we're gonna have some conversation on this as well. So Drumstick throws out there Chad Pennington, but
Jets Pennington or Vikings Pennington.
I think of him with the Jets, but of course he was with the Dolphins for a while.
Yeah.
So of course I had to remind myself of his career arc. And DP, what if I told you Chad is not his first name?
What's Mr. Pennington's first name?
James Chadwick Pennington.
Sir.
James Chadwick Pennington.
He should have just went with that.
And he went by Chad.
You based it down. You said a lot about himself.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go into the NFL under James Chadwick Pennington.
Do you know where James Chadwick Pennington was born? With a name like that.
I would say Cape Cod.
It was relatively close to where he attended college.
West Virginia.
He went to Marshall.
He went to Marshall. Yeah,
Yes.
he went to Marshall.
He was born in Knoxville.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay, then to this from Thomas and Lincoln, because I know you're going to have thoughts on this one.
Oh.
The worst jersey I own is Trash Can Cam Newton. Is there a worse jersey for me to own? Who and why?
No, I'm not. That was an MVP. That was an MVP.
Took you to a Super Bowl for the first time in
Listen,
15 years.
Listen, the Panthers did Cam dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull back the curtain. What the Panthers organization did to Cam Newton, shame on them. Shame on them. For what Cam did in the city. Now, Cam is an interesting personality, but for what he did for the team in the city, that dude went to corners of Charlotte, North Carolina, and he went to Spartan, Tucky, South Carolina, and he went to places and lifted up communities with his work and his action and his love. And what he wanted was support that they wouldn't give. And then you brought in some people, yikes. Not yikes, but double yikes.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't tell anybody how to feel about anybody. Feel how you feel. But there are a ton of Panthers that you could line up. Kerry Collins, I had a Kerry Collins jersey the day that he called somebody the N-word and got his jaw broke. Right? Like, oh, like I saw that dude drink beer out of a straw, man. It was one jaw wired shut. And I wasn't mad at him. He literally came on his first public apology was on my show. He came on the show to tell the story. He needed for me to co-sign for him. And because he wasn't a racist, he was just like he just said things. He was young. He was
not ready to be the face of an NFL
He
franchise.
was not. Penn State, Kerry Collins was not prepared to go to Charlotte, North Carolina, and lead the community, the football community. They had people there. Kevin Green, Sam Mills. They had people who could have led. Kerry should not have led. Kerry had flaws, and those flaws came out in full, right? In full. Like that dude, listen, when you fighting, man, I'll get in trouble for telling some of these stories. He didn't have a family support system that was built for getting $15 million out of college and not having a plan for it and not knowing how to live that life. He matured into what he showed in New York, right? Taking that team to the Super Bowl. But no, he was not ready to lead the community, which is why I asked this of several people. Like, be careful about who you give the keys to your car to.
Yeah.
We say, be careful who you attach your car to. It could be a donkey or it could be an ass. Be careful who you attach your car to, because you can end up on the great road or in a ditch. And it often happens. It's a crapshoot to put an entire city's emotional fan base heartbeat behind a 21-year-old male. It's just hard to do. And it doesn't always happen the right way. So, Ray Lewis managed to escape, but he had to do a lot of work off the field to do that.
Right. It didn't just happen.
Right. They didn't forget that brother had to put in work. That he had to get in deep into the ministry and then be active in it in order for the people to forgive and forget. Which is a thing. It's the American story that we watch you rise. We love watching you fall. And then let's see whether you can get up and clean yourself off or not. I mean, we have the story here. Terrell Farley is that story, right? Everybody here has a thing where, I did a thing when I was young and it was stupid, and you learn and keep it moving. Jerseys are great tracking for it, right? We pay attention. 5 years ago, that Scott Frost jersey, thing. Would you wear a Scott Frost jersey right now? He's shaking his head no for you radio folks.
Not.
Right? Right? I mean, that's a thing. Another name that comes to mind, Lawrence Phillips.
Right.
So you have to, jerseys are a statement of who you connect to. And then sometimes you have to disconnect from that. You fully have to. I mean, it's a thing. It's rare. I mean, man, you still see the Johnny Rodgers jersey. That's a statement.
Yeah.
I am bothered. Can I say this out loud? That I'm bothered at how few Rich Glover jerseys there are walking around Lincoln. As a matter of fact, I need to have one made or find one. I need a Jerry Taggy jersey. Actually, somebody gave me a signed one, and then we raffled it off. But I need to have one for the collection because that's in my memory bank for Huskers. I was an I Am Hip jersey, but it has to be mesh. I don't want a cloth jersey, right? All right.
No, gotta be true to the era,
right? And Drumstick, that literally is in our greatest humanity and our lowest humanity is trying to figure out at what point do you separate the art from the artist, because you have to then identify can you and why,
and that's a different answer for everyone. Especially if it's your favorite athlete, someone just played on your team, someone that you rooted for, someone you rooted against. There's a different point for every person depending on who the athlete is.
Yep. I mean, it's amazing that in our fandom, right, in our fanaticism, we're often asked to make that decision. And you go, okay. I mean, listen, I stepped away from the Redskins, the whole organization, because I couldn't separate them. I couldn't separate what I knew to be true until that thing didn't exist anymore. And some people said, well, you're not being loyal. I shouldn't have been loyal to it. I knew too many things. I have the same thing with Carolina, like with the Panthers. I was there in year one, and I was there through Kerry Collins and the N-word. I was there through Ray Caruth. I was there through Bobby Phills crashing his car. I was there. There was a lot. Fred Lane being murdered by his baby mama. There's a lot because it was a new NFL city, and all the things that are brought to the point, right, that you introduce into a city. And you say, be careful what you ask for because you might get it. That you have to have boundaries in place for all of that. And I literally went, okay, this is too much. This is too much. I cannot be a part of this. And I made the same thing in Utah and going through, there's certain things you go through and you go, good heavens, man. Like I can't do it. So
you can't do it. City needs a break. All the above.
Yep. All the above.
We'll go to break. We'll wrap up Old School after this on the ticket.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this spring at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Schwizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schwizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schwizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze. It'll be warm with an afternoon high near 88. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies and light winds, the low around 60. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly cloudy skies throughout the day. It will be breezy with an afternoon high near 81. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
It's time for Bonsall Pool and Spa's Truckload event. From September 23rd through the 27th, stop by Bonsall Pool and Spa at 3201 Pioneers Boulevard to see an actual truck full of hot tubs with special prices. You'll save up to $3,000 on all hot tubs and swim spas, as well as $1,500 on all saunas and cold plunges. Use Nebraska football's bye week well by stopping in on September 27th for refreshments and giveaways. That's Bonsall Pool and Spa at 3201 Pioneers Boulevard in Lincoln.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Back to Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back wrapping up Old School 93.7 Ticket, ticketfm.com. Brought to you, as always, by the great people at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Couple days away from Fired Up Thursday and, of course, Fired Up Friday. Speaking of Friday, going to be fun. Old School's hitting the road. Going just down O Street. Let me get my math straight. About 6 miles, 72 blocks. Cornhusker Bank's Customer Appreciation Tailgate Party taking place beginning at 4 p.m. out there, Cornhusker Bank at 83rd and O. Old School will be live from 3 to 6, normal show time, but you are invited to the Cornhusker Bank Customer Appreciation Tailgate Party. Our good friend, friend of the station, Larry the Cable Guy, will be out there. I'm sure he'll pop by, do a segment or two on the air with us. I'm definitely looking forward to that. DP, a little scheduled programming. You and Nick, I know, we're talking about high school football on Thursday this week, so we will boot the NFL just so we have a chance to get a high school game back on the air. That ought to be fun before full ticket tailgate pregame show, of course, 3 hours ahead of Nebraska and Michigan State. Got all week to talk about it, but just your early impressions and thoughts of what Nebraska is looking like, sounding like, feeling like coming out of the bye week.
There's a I was listening to Matt Rule, and then I listened to Coach Smith from Michigan State talk about it, and they've got some similar issues. They've got some banged up players that they're going to count on. They're still trying to recover from a winnable game against a blue blood program. They thought they had enough work done to beat USC, failed late, found some holes some chinks in the armor. But they also found they had some playmakers who stepped up. They lost the game at home against USC. If you can wrap your brain around that, an explosive, elusive quarterback, run throw option quarterback who can do both of those things, which causes problem for Nebraska. I don't think that they throw the ball pretty exceptionally well, but the numbers against non-con say that they can. They made some big plays against USC in the passing game. Their run fits are unique, in that some big plays for USC happened breaking tackles, but the real weakness for them was mobile quarterback, which Dylan is not.
Right.
And
I just stop you there because you said unique in a way that I can picture you using as a coach when you're trying to be tactful.
Yeah, I mean, they did some open space, some open field tackling mistakes. Bad leverage. They are massive defensively. This is a full Big Ten defense, especially in the front seven. The back four will hit you, but the front seven, these are big dudes who like to run and hit, but sometimes they get reckless. And USC caught them off balance a couple of times, sank a hip, planted the foot, and got vertical on them and made a big play out of it. But Maiva was the guy for USC at the quarterback position that he would drop back and then things would break down. Somebody would lose contain and he would get to work. But if Dylan's not going to do that, then you're going to take away the thing that beat them against USC. Those breakdowns won the game for USC. I'm not sure Dylan's going to get those. And if he's going to get them, will he capitalize on them, take advantage of them? You can throw against this Michigan State defense. They have the best kicking game in the Big Ten, best kicker and best punter. The punter's, geez, he's averaging like 49 yards a kick. And their return game is solid. So the last 5 have been one-score games. We can factor that in. Figure that, this strikes us as a 27, 23, 24 sort of game. Whoever makes neither team was turning the ball over much, and that's a part of the plan. Don't make mistakes. Keep control of the ball. Flip the field when you can, and then wait for your opponent to make a mistake. Quarterbacks on the move will determine this game, and quite frankly, Michigan State's quarterback runs better than Nebraska's. Dylan throws better. Who makes the plays?
Vegas thinks Nebraska is going to make more. Huskers 10.5-point favorites at the opening bell. Not sure I buy that right now, even though Michigan State's down at starting left tackle and then some. DP, appreciate you sitting in as always.
No worries.
We'll be back right after this on 93.7 The Ticket, kicking off Ticket Weeknights with Tom Chattel of the Omaha World Herald, the Husker Football Hour. 6:30, we will kick that show to the stream. On the brick and mortar, it'll be Bengals and Broncos, Monday Night Football in the NFL. For DP, I'm Austin. It's been a blast here on Old School. Talk to you again soon.